Hello everyone, welcome back to Spirit Island. I'm Kalen North, and today we're going to be trying something around low to mid-level matchups. I am going to be doing some runs here with every spirit in the game, hopefully, against most of the adversaries in the game at some point. We'll see how far this actually goes. But I'm going to be playing everything first at base difficulty, and then I'm going to be playing at level 2 or 3, depending on what gets me difficulty 4 to 5. So the idea here is we've got base game plus 7 adversaries in digital right now. So that's going to be enough to do one game on each board. So each spirit is going to go on a different board for each game. And I'm going to try and really experiment with different builds on these spirits. I'm not going to do things that I think are explicitly bad or make mistakes. But I am going to be doing a lot of stuff that is probably quite suboptimal. Some of that is just to explore the game. Some of that is to try and demonstrate that spirits, especially at mid-level difficulties, really can do a lot of different things other than sort of these prescribed optimal builds. We're going to be playing with all the events on and everything, all expansion content available. And yeah, so first game is going to be River versus base difficulty on board A. Yeah, let's get this going. All right, invaders start in the wetlands. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually start with growth 3. Let's be weird from the get-go. I want to take a miner, and I'm going to take promises of protection is fun. So is strong and constant currents. Sky stretches to shore. Wow, this is kind of a loaded draft. I think that. Goodness, now I'm second guessing which one I want to actually take. I was gonna say I really want to take Promises of Protection, but I love Sky Stretches to Shore on River, and I love Strong and Constant Currents on River. I think let's do Strong and Constant Currents. It's a 0 cost. It has all our elements. It's pretty cool. Sky Stretches to Shore lets us do massive flooding fast, but we're gonna do something weird this game. So let's try Strong and Constant Currents. And then I am going to grow from top track rather than bottom track. Again, we're going to do things a little weird here. We're going to play Flash Floods turn 1 on its own, and we're going to Flash Floods the Explorer in land 5. And then invaders build in the wetlands, explore in the sands. All right, so we don't get an innate power because we only played 1 card. And now this turn, let's see. I think I'm going to try and, I really like that power card, and growing twice isn't going to get me to, it could get me to 3 energy, but it's not going to get me to 3 card plays or 3 energy and 2 card plays. So let's draft another power. Let's have fun with this. I'm going to take a miner. Cycles of Time and Tide is really cool. Encompassing Ward is pretty fun. Drought I absolutely love. Let's take Cycles of Time and Tide. I think that's going to be a good one for us here. And then we're just sort of going to keep drafting on element. I am going to go up to 2 card plays. Let's go into this sand where they've got the blight. And then we'll play Strong and Constant Currents. And let's play Wash Away. So finish playing cards. Strong and Constant Currents we're going to use on land 2. We're going to both push and move. I'm going to push the Explorer. And I'm going to push the Explorer into the land with the beast token, and I'm going to move 2 Dahan into this land. So this is going to set up a sacrifice. We'll trade for the city, and that should work successfully, it looks like, so that's good. Beast chase off homesteaders. We can push the Explorer from the land with beast, and at their gaze demanding redress will get us some fear, so that's nice. Sure, let's push this guy. We could go back into the wetland because we know we're not going to get punished for it. But there's no real benefit to doing that. So I'm actually going to leave it there in case we get to destroy explorers at beasts later on. Ravage in the wetlands, we lose a presence and a Dahan, but things get better from there. And it was an adjacent land. Let's just build here first. And we'll put an explorer in that wetland again. All right, invaders explore in the mountains. So, I want to... land 7 is going to be in reasonable shape. even if we do nothing. So I'm going to try and do massive flooding over here, push this town into the coast, and then wash away. I'm going to actually, rather than try and solve land 7, I'm going to take another blight there and do another Dahan trade, because we can make more Dahan with River's Bounty and Cycles of Time and Tide, right? That'll be great. Let's push this Explorer from land 6 into land 1. Now, as I'm sure you've picked up by now, I'm trying to do weird things. So we're gonna go to 3 card plays now and try and get our level 2 innate, because I think we're gonna want it for land 1 if we don't get a useful event, and even if we do get a useful event, that might be nice. So let's go into land 2 again, and let's go into land 1 actually, for River's Bounty, because we can probably put some Dahan in there if we need to. And then play all our cards. Cycles of Time and Tide. We probably want to just put well, the only thing we can really do is put another Dahan into land 2. So that's fine. Years of Little Rain. Oh boy. That's a good one. Let's see. This is actually wouldn't be crazy to let the plants die and the land wither, but I think we're going to just ease the drought because we have so much water already. And proliferation's great, right? So let's ease the drought, and then we will pay 1 energy, add a presence to a land with Dahan and presence. Let's go ahead and get further along our energy track. Beast's attack does 2 damage. That's neat. We get to defend 2 in land 7, so that's great. And the next Explorer skips a land. So we're looking great here now. All right, Invaders explore in the jungles, and we skipped land 3, so that's great. Land 1, we can probably handle pretty well just by pulling Dahan into it, so let's do that. And then we'll use our innate power to take care of that jungle out there. Oh, actually, even better idea. Instead of taking the Dahan out of land 1, let's River's Bounty just from land 2. And then we can massive flooding, take out the town, and push the Explorer into land 6. So we're going to set up a bunch of counterattacks. And now we have no cards left. We could go ahead and do a Presence Growth to get a Reclaim 1 and 3 energy, but I don't think we actually need to. Let's take a Major Power. Let's see what happens with that. All right. Sweep into the Sea is pretty funny for us. We might be able to just finish off the game with that. So let's try it. We could also possibly finish off the game with Grant Hatred, but I don't really want to do that. Angry Bears, Utter Accursed Dread and Bone, neither one of those is really going to work well with the cards we've drafted so far, because we did stay pretty on element. So we'll take Sweep into the Sea, and then we'll forget Boon of Vigor because it's solo. And yeah, let's play Sweep into the Sea, and let's find a way to threshold it. So we need 3 sun and 2 water. So how about we do Cycles of Time and Tide and River's Bounty. Cycles of Time and Tide. Let's just put an Insurance Dahan in land 1. Coastal towns multiply. All right. On each board, add a town to a coastal land adjacent to towns. Explorer's Blunder destroys 2 explorers among lands with beasts, and Coming of Age gets us even more Dahan. So let's add the town to land 2, destroy the Explorer there, and let's add the Dahan to land 6. Invaders ravage in the mountains, and that's fine. All right, and then we're just going to win off of Sweep into the Sea. We have a couple of ways to do that, honestly, but let's just do that for the fun of it, and then go here and destroy everything. And that gives us a nice little Terror level 1 victory as River with a really strange build. Still a pretty fast game on base difficulty. I think we should slow down a decent amount when we start doing the more mid-level ones. But yeah, I hope that was enjoyable, or at least disconcerting in some way. If you haven't played around with some of these really strange builds on low difficulties, you can. It's fun. Otherwise, though, thanks for watching. I hope to be There's a lot of videos to post for this series, so I'm gonna try and do as many of them as I can. Probably one a day, for as long as I can keep it up. That'll obviously have some breaks with real life getting in the way of things, but we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.